foolishness out of the way because we don't want to bring it up later. Let's get this down now.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? Because when it gets really serious on what they really want to talk about, that's when we're gonna be back on here again.
Boy, you get
Yeah, I
you
mean,
know about the story, you know, because and
Yeah.
I know about this story too, and I don't know if Rock knows about the story, the Burkina Faso.
Oh, that's my Jude, man. I've been on that guy for 2.5 years, yo. I seen him coming through.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a G.
Captain Africa is nickname.
Yup, that's what he's getting called in
Oh,
America.
Mr.
Captain Op, Captain Africa. Captain Op, Captain Africa, bro. That's crazy.
Unreal, man. Like,
Captain Op, bro. He's like the biggest op
what
for them right
what
now.
I'm loving about it so far, like around the world right now, is recognizing and giving their support for the man and everything. You know what I mean?
Salute to that
Like,
man.
even peeps are saying, "Yo, anything happen to this boy? Yeah, yo,
Yo.
how are you, man?"
Yo.
People really know what's going on.
Yo,
Why?
truthfully, people don't want to know. They just need a leader right now.
Did you
That's
see
the
what
problem.
he said?
That's why I did my research.
Did you
yo.
see what he
2
said?
years now I've been bucking on that guy.
Yeah.
Did you see what he said? The commenting to the U.S. General over there, the black one.
Ibrahim Troy. Yeah.
Treo.
Yeah, it was jokes, you know.
Treo,
That was you seen what he said, right?
yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, he's been rebuttaling the same shit that we've been rebuttaling without power for years. So kudos to that man.
Yeah,
The
damn
fact that
right.
he's rubbed so many Americans wrong that they call him Captain Africa, that the young generation calls him Captain Op, bro.
Put it this way, man. They're not gonna do my boy did like how they did Gaddafi, you know.
Nah, man.
No, stop.
They're not
It's
catching that
different
way.
because there's two other countries. I don't really know their names.
Yeah.
Other leaders who are with him.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's the support.
The two
If you
neighboring
wanna,
countries.
if we wanna go back to where,
But you know what they're gonna try to do, you know. You know what they're gonna try to
They're
do.
gonna try to kill him, of course.
No. You
Well,
know
they
how,
already
but
been
you,
trying to
you
kill
know
him,
how
man.
though.
Yeah, his last attempt was Thursday that just went by.
But
That's
you know-
how much you know the boys checking up on him.
But you
Thursday
know, but
that
you
just
know how
went
they're
by.
gonna do it. Get them own people that do it.
Nah, they can't.
No,
They can try.
no, but I'm telling you, that's how they're gonna try to do it.
And they can try.
Come on now, let's just get real
It's
here.
gonna fail.
Let's get real here. You think
Yeah.
foreigner could come in their territory and attempt? to
It
deal
depends
with
when the foreigner comes in.
Eh?
Remember, this fucking Turtle Island was built in a certain way. So let's just keep the same. So let's
Listen
keep
here,
it this
man.
way.
Listen
He's
here,
a
man.
soldier, not a politician.
Exactly. So,
Okay, so
like I said again,
you got a bunch of
you're-
politicians.
Like I said, you're a foreigner. You're gonna be coming into his terrain, what he knows.
Ah,
All right, then be my guest. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
less bodies for me to worry about.
Be
That's all.
my
Let
guest.
God sort them out. That's all I'm saying.
So yo, I want to ask you guys right now.
Been messing with the man for like 2 years now.
Have you heard about the Jada Kiss and Fat Joe?
Oh
podcast?
Yeah,
They just started,
I
right?
just heard about that
What do you
recently.
think about the Jada Kiss Fat Joe?
Well,
podcast
on the
right
real,
Like,
I'm gonna be
content.
honest with you, yo. They could do it because they got the names. They have the names. They have the names.
Okay.
And let's get more down to it. Look at drink champs, right?
Oh God.
now? Yeah,
They got almost to anybody, right? Who's old school or whatnot, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Not true? Because who is hosting it? Right?
Hip hop is a hip hop.
Okay,
artist.
but wait.
And,
But wait,
I don't know, the other guy
wait
is
for
DJ.
it though. Wait for it though. No, you got Fat Joe
Then
and you got
podcasting
Jadakiss.
from the streets.
All right.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong. Those two alone are bigger than Nori,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Fat Joe and Jada Kiss.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, all right now. So that means they're so connected into the industry that they could get probably anybody on their show afterwards,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay, all right then. So you were telling me about something about Lord Jamal earlier, right?
Yeah.
Ben Con.
Right? That
Cassidy.
he be on Fat Joe or whatever before, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now Fat Joe, just like any Americans are like, okay, you want to go on and talk and all of that? You don't think I could do what you could do? All right, then check this out. I'm bigger than you. I'm gonna get another co-host who's bigger than you, right? And I'm gonna do this. You get what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong. All respect to Lord Jamal. I love Lord Jamal. I love Lord Jamal and everything.
Lord Jamal and Fat Joe, they had a beef for a while, yo.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, I love
hip hop.
Like I said,
conversation.
Like I said, I love
the hip hop with Latino people that help build up. Okay.
Him using the N-word.
Oh, with Joe, you listen. Okay, you know what? We're gonna sit down one day and do a pod me and you about this N-word shit, and we have to invite a white rapper onto the fucking thing. But anyways, let me get to the main point. My main point with the original statement of what you're bringing up with Fat Joe and Jadakiss doing a podcast right now.
Yeah.
I don't see it evolving to like a Wendy Williams type of energy. I kind of see it like it's just gonna stay independent, and there's nothing wrong with that. And even if they do turn into a drink champ level of our culture acceptance, then cool. I rate Jada. Get me? Like I rate him from the streets, no problem. I respect Fat Joe's street credibility, just like how Cuban Link says. I can respect a man who's a man.
Yeah.
And then if I have a personal beef with that man, I'm not expecting another man to defend my beef with that said man. That is just common sense, I would believe. But
look here, man. Look. So, you said their beef been going on for a while, right?
Who? Which one?
No. Sean told me that their beef has been going on for a while. Fat Joe and him, right?
Yeah.
So, like I'm saying, instead of going off and going back and forth, like I told you, the man said, "Yo, fuck it, I'm gonna do what you're doing. You're on the thing, podcasting it on a whatever. I'm gonna do it on a bigger scale than you.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Not true?
They
have a big time studio,
right.
And they're both big time,
right.
So they're gonna do it big time, bigger than him. Not true?
Yeah.
I'm just being real here.
I agree with that. But here's the problem with the internet. The internet always wins. The internet always wins. Nobody has defeated the internet yet. Nobody. The people that I rate are the people who stand on their 10 toes. Period.
No, they don't defeat the internet, but they know how to deal with the internet. It's like
nah, man.
No. Look.
Joe Budden started this podcasting world for the hip hop industry for me. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the Matrix, man. Only certain peeps know how to bend the rules in the Matrix because they've already been unplugged.
I don't give a shit.
You get what I'm saying?
I look at it like this. I can look at Jadakiss in his eyes and be like, yeah, I know you're not on that fuck shit that Diddy was on. But can I say that for Joe? And Joe's from the same fucking streets.
Mm-hmm.
There's my fucking problem with him being a podcaster, period. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna watch your fucking pod. I know you fucking with fucking Diddy. And then now, whatever fucking beef you have with Lord Jamal, no disrespect to you, Lord Jamal, but you're not a podcaster, you're a fucking rapper. You having a beef with this rapper.
He's retired, man. Of course he's a podcaster. He's not a rapper no more.
Again, he's more famous as a rapper than a podcaster. So again, let's get back to where we're trying to get to.
Hold on. Wait. You're talking about this new gen?
I'm talking about right now. What
right
King Man
now.
is saying.
We're right now.
What's relevant?
A lot of people don't know that man as a rapper. They don't know him as a rapper nowadays. This new gen. Come on now. Come on.
They don't know he exists. That's what I can say.
How Lord Jamal got attention back again is going on Vlad. And anybody who goes on
that
Vlad,
is true.
And then when did his podcast come after? Vlad.
After
Thank
Vlad,
you.
after he broke up with Vlad, he done his pod.
Because he was blabbing a lot on Vlad.
But that's what brought him back, into the light.
Let's not dim the lights for the YouTubers and podcasters and real journalist people out there. Let's not dim it down for them. Let's keep it on the level we're on. We're talking hip hop here. We're talking real bar for bar. This is Jadakiss. His fan base alone will come and cover.
Okay, since you
Fat Joe's inadequacies.
Okay, all right. Since you brought bar,
thank you.
Okay, since you brought bar for bar from his family, there, you were mentioning Styles P and Jim Jones.
Yeah, Styles P and Jim Jones.
Right?
You heard about that?
Beef go on.
I heard that.
That goes back saying I think when they're talking about catalogs first, I think they're saying it was Jim Jones was saying that whose catalog would you compare yourself to or something like that, and he's saying someone brought up Styles P or something.
Well,
It says, "Oh, Styles P doesn't have a catalog like me.
look,
He doesn't have a catalog like
Look.
me. He's good, but he
everybody who
doesn't have hits
defends
like me.
this
But
argument,
yo,
I don't
you know
know,
what
man.
happened though?
I
Recently,
don't know how to defend an argument of that. It's the same thing as going up against Drake in any category. He can do all the other categories.
Oh,
You
man.
may be great at hip hop.
Yo, man.
Hip hop.
Listen here,
But
man.
your opponent is pop,
Could I-
jazz,
could I-
reggae,
Could I
soca.
Can I intervene here? Can I intervene here?
And he'll pay an artist to be on the bag.
Can I
Come
just
on.
intervene here?
Go ahead.
I like to say this.
Go ahead.
Verses, okay?
Yeah.
All right, now check this out.
Yeah.
You're with your mans, them who is not a group,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Aren't they supposed to hype you up more?
True.
No, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
No, I just want to
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Right, Sean?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that means your game should be even up more a notch.
Big
True?
facts.
Okay,
Big
so
facts.
now when we watch Versus,
Yeah.
you know, don't get me wrong, the other mans them were there to support, but you know, they could have just sit back and just Jadakiss just roast them on the blood clot mic and done.
because they bet
You get what I'm
Versus.
saying?
They bet
So
them.
what I'm
Facts,
saying
facts,
is this.
facts, big facts.
What I'm saying is this. Now you're beefing with Styles P, and you couldn't even do it at Versus with your boys, who is your group,
Ballin'.
and you wanna with him? Come on, bro. Come on, man. This is ridiculous, man.
Salute
This
to
is
Mace.
ridiculous, man. Think about it. Oh, you brought up another one there, Mace and Cameron, right?
Listen,
You know what I mean?
are we
Like-
talking hip hop or are we talking
Oh,
family
of course-
politics?
No, we're talking hip hop and whatever. But on the real, those two are more clowning on their thing to me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They're more clowning to me,
Yo.
aren't they or not?
Did we not just big up Jadakiss and Fat Joe for having a podcast?
Yes.
Okay, so salute to fucking Cam, who's been doing his fleet
Let's
pop.
say-
I'm
Yeah,
not
your own shit already.
dissing.
Cam's been doing
I'm not
that.
dissing.
Well,
But
I
the
know
thing-
you're not dissing,
But the thing is, I want to see right now. Them two just started up. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, right? To do it their way, and I'm hoping they do it right. You get what I'm
And
saying?
if they're on another 50 years on the internet, then boo. If they end up getting a network of their own, then yo, that's blessed. Like, yo, remember 50 Cent just bought a network, and then fucking Cat Williams bought a network, and then there's like, bro, there's a good chance in the next 15 years our youths in 30 years are gonna look at the world different than us completely. I believe right now, hey, Jadakiss alone can stand and do a podcast by himself. 100%.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
That's no doubt.
He could do it by
Okay.
himself. But Fat
Fat
Joe,
Joe,
probably just
He's
pushed
been
it.
podding this shit. Remember when
Yeah,
COVID
no.
came, he's one of those guys that was
You know
still
what?
talking.
Point
Yeah.
taken. Fat Joe
Yeah.
just pushing him to have his support upon that because of the fact that
He knows Puffy.
well that too, but I wasn't even going to that.
I don't
Yeah,
even think
because
Puffy be fucking
I'm
with
just
Puffy
going
like that.
because
Real
he's
shit.
the perfect man and he's black. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because look here, you have a beef with a black man, right?
Yeah.
So check this out.
So you gotta be friends with another.
Better be good friends with a black man who is hype in the game,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
Respected in the
Right.
game.
Okay, so we're
Right?
all in agreement here then. Jadakiss can stand on his own if he wanted to do a
Yeah,
podcast.
of course.
Alright.
You don't need no Fat Joe.
Okay. I team agree with
Fat
that.
Joe needs him.
Thank you.
But it makes it more interesting because they have stories together.
Well,
Exactly.
That's why I was
Obviously.
talking with my brother earlier. is
Obviously, like,
these guys have industry stories of
but that would-
artists
but that would
and
be like 50 talking right now.
situations.
Say 50 really took his This is 50 serious.
Oh,
And said,
big.
yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a segment every day at this time, steady, like when he was dissing
And,
Ross.
but check this out.
Come on, yo.
But
It's
check
the
this
same
out. You know
equivalent.
what you just said there? That can be possible because 50 has a studio now.
Oh my God, are we giving more gems to the world again?
Yeah,
what
the
is
studio
wrong with
now,
us? Huh?
So yo,
What is
from
wrong
a
with
big
us?
ass studio, you tell me saying can't give them some space.
We told
Yeah.
the world that Tory Lanez was innocent from day one.
Yeah.
Okay, we did that. Nobody else
No
I
one in
seen.
Toronto, especially in
Everybody else
Toronto.
is dick riding
Yeah.
in my eyes right now when it comes to Tory. I don't
Yeah,
give
yeah.
a
A
fuck.
lot of people thought he was guilty. Said he was guilty. Locked
Even
up.
yo, you know what?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
We said he was free. It's almost 2 years
Yeah.
later,
Everybody
and
jumped
now
on the
everybody's
bandwagon.
jumping on the thing.
We're
So
on it before.
moving on.
You
Hold
really
on.
call that out.
Hold on. What you say? What you say again? This whole Diddy situation.
Yeah.
What about it?
I think we are the only podcast that
Yeah.
waited
Yeah.
for everybody else to get on the trend to
Yeah.
Puffy.
Yeah.
Because when we licked Puffy, you were the first to lick it. And we haven't went back to our correspondent, our host, since he hit it. How long ago? Almost a year ago since Puffy get. Was it September 24th? And get jammed up. I think my brother hit up before August. You know, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember, and I've been sharing that. So I have to wonder what our so-called peers, because I'm rookie. I just got into this YouTubing and podding, so don't expect me to be no expert 7-10 years deep like certain man's them. But I can tell you, if I am around that long, I'm a problem.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah. Right now,
Oh, there's a mic, babe. Yeah, man, we got you locked in.
besides
Take off the
what's going on with P. Diddy,
Oh yes, we predicted that. We pretty much said this because he's stalling out. And last but not least, you also brought up what's going on between Jadakiss and Fat Joe teaming up for a podcast.
yeah, it's just, it'll bring up a lot of stories where people will want to hear, if, like, real
It seems
stories.
like we have from the studio audience there has a comment or a question to say.
So I just wanted to bring up in regards to the whole.
Yo, that's just the fam chiming in, yo. It is what it is. They can't hear nothing still, but it is what it is. People chiming in.
Let's what's she saying? Go ahead.
Hi. So I wanted to ask a question here in regards to make a statement in regards to the whole Diddy situation with regards to Jay-Z.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Mr. Jigga.
Yeah.
Mr. Jigga Man, how you guys think that's gonna go down with him? Because right now, my perspective is I feel that he gonna throw his bitch under the bus.
But he covered up himself recently.
Man, Jigga Man is smart.
Yeah, you know what? I was always, we had that
He's a
debate,
Brooklynite.
but he
Yeah.
survived that
So,
thing with
Marcy.
the lawyer. That lawyer, who had those
Yes,
100 lines.
Yes.
Look here,
He
man.
called him out, and after then he made him lose his license, his some license in some states, and
Okay.
all those people, because he was tying Puffy and Jay-Z
And
together.
Jay-Z together.
And all those cases with Puffy were dropped.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of those hundreds of cases were all dropped because Jay-Z had to help in a way.
No, look,
And
Jay-Z
his-
has to help him to
So-
help himself.
But it
Right.
helped.
Jigga
Right.
Man, look here. One thing I know about Jigga Man.
You know that, yeah.
Jigga
Because
Man, you have to watch Jigga Man, you know. Yo, look
Yeah,
here,
he's a
yo.
savage. He's a
Listen here, man.
savage.
Look here, man. You know this too. This guy back in the day got away.
Woo!
You know that. He was in trouble with law.
Yeah.
Yo, okay, all right. So let me ask you this question now. Let me ask you. Here's the good question here. Since that happened, right? Since that happened, did Jigga Man ever get in trouble with anything with the authorities or the law afterwards?
No.
No.
Hmm?
No. This is
Correct me if I'm wrong.
This is the first over. It's been over how many
Compare
years?
like from the now getting
Yeah.
summoned whatever with court and shit. But may I say from them time there till now, never, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right then, because he know the not getting nothing whatever and shit. He's more about corporate now because yo, remember he was a hustler before, you know.
Yeah. And
You
he made
don't
that
know.
made that lawyer look bad.
Yeah.
That same lawyer who someone else is using now. I forgot.
I think it was Johnny Depp's lawyer.
Ah,
It was Johnny
whoa.
Depp's
Busby?
lawyer.
For real?
Busby, no.
Busby was
Busby is a different. That's the guy that Jay-Z kind of messed up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah,
because-
Busby.
Busby taking a beating right now.
Yeah, and Busby is the one
He's
who
taking a beating.
what's her name? Shannon Sharp. You know that girl, the girl for
Shannon Sharp.
she's
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
she's using him, but in the defense of Shannon Sharp, that guy's a corrupt lawyer. He's a guy who has a bad record already.
Yeah, I
He's
hear.
been exposed by Jay-Z. So Puffy, a lot of the charges, what you keep seeing coming out, is not
Already
going
withdrawn.
nowhere. Yeah.
Well,
And some of that, because a lot of them are made up.
I got a different spin on the whole scenario with Jay-Z on that, because to me, I think it's other Jig is gonna get to the point where he's gonna have to pull his gangster card, or
But I already did. That's why he's not in no
Look
case.
here, man. Look here, man. Look here, man.
sacrifice the wife.
Listen here, man.
Oh,
He
shit.
already did blood sacrifice already.
Yeah.
Listen here, man. And the thing is, and the thing is, man.
Got that right.
Check this out, man.
Yo, shout out to
Listen,
Kitty, right?
listen here, man.
I hope your show went well, hon.
Look. If you haven't watched Jigga Man for the last couple of years, you haven't learned anything.
What?
Okay? Listen here, man. He's a smart motherfucker.
He's a
Okay?
savage.
Listen here, man. When
But
it comes
he's in
down
the
to his
corner, though.
money
Yeah.
and thing like that, you think say he's gonna give up his empire for without a fight?
No.
Yo, listen here, man. Check this out. When he was the president of the Def Jam there, right? He made his deal, right? He said, yo, part of the deal is what the masters, you know? You know that, right? Why do you think it's in the Blood Clot Museum now and shit? Huh? You think say it was just gonna go so? No, sir. Him say, yo, I do what I gotta do and make sure this goes down, or you're gonna get clowned. Yo, bro, check this out. This guy's been doing too much moves like chess moves, bro. You think say he's gonna make this guy Sean Puffy Combs bring him down his empire? You will burn him before anything. So if he has to help him a certain way to get by, it's like this. You heard this saying. In order to win the war, you gotta burn the village. Not true?
True.
Okay, so yo, if he has to burn some villages to make a road, he will do that. Okay? Jigga Man does not care. Yo, listen here, man. From the time I seen him on 60 Minutes, the first rapper on 60 Minutes. Yo, they asked him that
Gunshot
one
for that, yo.
question.
Yo, can we get a gunshot for that? First rapper on 60 Minutes.
They asked him that one question. That's when I said, there we go. There we go. He's the ultimate hustler, because after that, he came up with the book.
Yeah.
Yo, they asked him, yo, Jay-Z, is it true that you shot your brother? Hey, I'm not here for that. I'm not here to talk about that. You know what I mean? Yo, it's straight up, that's what he said. And guess what? A couple of years later, come up with the book. So, yo, they had to pay him for 60 minutes. Not true?
Yeah.
So, yo, they pay him for 60 minutes, and then after 60 minutes, yo, you know what? He asked me that. And I held back. Oh, it's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
put it in the
juicy in
book.
my
I'm
book.
gonna put it in
Yo,
the
the man is the ultimate hustler, bro, when I seen that. So when I seen that, that means that you can't screw this guy when it comes to even lawful things and all that. Remember, he already got in trouble with the law before, you know, and he was already a hustler before that. Why you think he's tired of driving? He already drove all across North America already, be hustling.
So I got another question. Now we're on the topic of Jay-Z.
Philly.
Is Jay-Z still part of Rockefeller?
No. Listen to me.
That got sold away.
Let's not jeopardize
That's why he
anything
started
going
Rock
fucking
Nation.
forward.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why he
wait.
got Rock Nation.
Let's not go and jeopardize nothing forward. Let's keep it simple like this, all right? Jay-Z is an entity as the other entities that helped build that billionaire. Okay? And out of respect to all entities in that part, when we talk about them going forward, we're talking about going forward, not dwelling on.
Yo, you
on
want me to
anything.
say one more thing about Jay? Jay's the type of man
talk
like
about
this.
that guy.
Jay's like the type of man like this.
Shit.
Talk about the Illuminati and all this shit, right? And all of that, right? I look at Jay like this. The devil's right there. It's like, yo, you're bitten on the seat too long, nigga. get the fuck off my chair because thank you, it's nice and warm. You know what I mean? But now I'm taking over, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're going to hell. You know what I mean? That's how I look at Jay. Jay don't give a rat's ass. If he has to burn you, he's gonna burn you.
Right.
If he has to sacrifice you, he's gonna sacrifice you.
Okay.
He's gonna do it.
I gotta work backwards for everybody here. When Jay-Z married Beyonce, I was like, oh man, we fucked. When Jay-Z didn't back up Beanie Siegel or Cameron being the time era at that timing, that was some fuck
yo,
shit.
brother,
When
that's
he
even
stabbed
another
fucking-
that's another
he stabbed
episode.
Dame Dash in the
you
back,
want me to
that's
go
some
more
fuck
into
shit.
that shit?
And last but not least, when he turned around and made Ja Rule
Man,
rich.
he's done a lot of shit.
So
Rich.
there you go.
Lot
So
of
you
stuff.
you agree what I'm saying?
I'm not agreeing with nothing that's present with that guy. I'm not
I
associating
didn't say
our
present.
brand
Yo, from
and
what
our
I've
thing
known
with
from the
that dude.
past, this guy will do
I'm not
what he got to do.
associating. I'm not. You see, I am not associating our
He's
brand.
going to do what he's gonna do. That's all I gotta say.
I'm not associating that brand with his name going forward. At the
He's
end of the
going to
day,
do what
he
he's
did
gonna
enough
do.
dirt that showed me from history. He's yeah. Again, I don't even want to bother with.
Savage.
Yo,
That's it,
man,
he's a
I don't
listen
wanna bother
here,
with.
man. Listen
I'm a
here,
street
man.
dude,
Listen
yo.
here, man.
I am not an industry guy, yo. I'm a street dude.
Listen
so
here.
like,
You
fuck
said
that
street.
guy.
You said street dude, right?
Fuck
All right.
that guy.
Yo, check
He
this
doesn't
out.
have a code,
Yo,
bro.
from when I saw that picture with Freeway at the end of it, and they edited him out of the thing, I went, yo, bro. This guy's a real savage.
He did
style.
it to French
You know what I'm
Montana.
saying?
He's done it
This
to
guy's a
Nori.
real savage.
This
No,
guy,
but
yo,
he
he's
gets
done.
it edited
no, but
out?
no,
Yeah,
no,
he edit niggas out, yo.
but the thing is, but wait,
He's
what-
done it like he has no victims,
no,
yo.
No, I know what you're saying, but at the time, though,
The timing, yeah.
the timing at state property,
Oh,
part of the rock,
Thank you.
and you have him out of the picture, bro. What's up with that?
Right?
What's up with that?
Right?
Yeah.
Huh? What you have to
Yeah.
say about that, Sean? Huh?
Yo, that's some sneaky
What you have to
shit.
say about that?
That's-
You see all them corporates are in
Yeah.
front there, and you see him at the end. Yo, cut that nigga out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Straight
So you
up.
brought up Tory earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Yes,
And I
sir,
said,
we did.
You know, you guys said that Megan was dick riding and shit.
No, I didn't say that.
Sorry, not Megan. My bad. And everybody was dick riding Tory.
Now, yeah, we're saying right now,
Right?
currently,
Now,
everybody's
if
dick
you
riding
were a
Tory.
real Tory fan,
Yeah.
you knew that that nigga was innocent. I knew from day one
Yeah.
because, first of all, the story of how that went down was basically they were at a party.
Oh, we just went through that before you came through the door.
Oh,
Legitimately.
Oh.
We went through that, so
okay,
don't mean to.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So
No, but it's good for you to say
Recap.
it over. Recap.
Okay,
it.
yeah, fine. Let her
Okay.
All right, sorry.
so I'll reiterate
Yeah.
what was said. So yeah, the story was that they were at a party. Megan and him had been fucking.
No doubt.
She doubted. Sorry,
Somebody
she
knocking,
came out
knocking some boots.
and said in her biography
Give me some
that it actually only
good.
happened one time. Like, come on now,
Yeah,
Come
that's a
on.
lie.
come on.
One
That's
time?
a big
One
lie.
time?
One time.
Big
No.
lie.
No, big lie.
One time,
You been
huh?
fucking a nigga. Then the nigga took interest in your bestie.
Uh-huh.
He was already
You got
fucking the
jealous.
bestie.
You got jealous.
He was already fucking
And
the
you and your
bestie.
best friend started fighting in the back seat. She pulled out her gat and popped you right in your foot and said, "Bitch, sit down, be humble." Now, you turned around and this was your lit back is to put an innocent black man in jail.
Almost someone.
I lied
To
to,
me-
keep us
To
free.
me, to me, it's a little different, but from the past when Tupac got in trouble with that rape case. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Yes.
where was Megan then?
You know what I'm saying? Because on the
Megan
real,
wasn't even in the picture.
Was she born?
No, I don't think. No.
So like again, Pac went through it as okay. Here's my opinion on hip hop. We do not control hip hop. We lost control of hip hop at some point in time between the 90s into the early 2010. Somewhere around there, we lost full control. We have no clubs. We ain't got no fucking people representing hip hop for the general pop. They don't. What we have is Biden celebrities and what we call a culture vultures now, because I can start pointing them out. I'm pointing them out.
Oh, I know a few.
So
but yeah,
how do we change the system of hip hop so it has a better appeal going forward, guys?
First of all,
You gotta start with the
hip
youth.
hop.
We have
to
people.
make it people realize it's a culture. It's not just a thing.
Yeah, but the thing
What,
is,
um,
Let
for
me
the
finish.
go on.
they can't. We have to make people realize it's more than just the music
Yeah, it's
and
everything.
more than just like the fashion.
Yeah, man.
They have
It's
to make
everything.
it that hip hop was something to bring people together, to make art, to communicate.
Yeah.
And even though a lot of it nowadays they're associated with negative shit, it's real life, it's reality. That's what hip hop's
Associated
supposed to
with
be.
the negative
Reality, telling the stories of different
Struggle.
The
struggles.
reason why
But
this,
now it's confusing people because of the commercial aspect of it, where people started to
Yes.
benefit off of it for sex.
Yeah.
And,
And these
like,
people are not in the
selling
streets.
other products.
yeah, but
what I
you
mean? Like,
forget during the time of hip hop, the evolution started with
yeah.
hip hop. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, man. When things started saying like, "Oh, you sold out,"
Mhm.
commercial rap,
Yeah.
and all of this,
That
right?
was still
Correct,
strong. That
correct
was
me if I'm wrong.
That was
That's
still
when
strong in the 90s.
that's when it
Yep.
started for
That was
me.
still
I don't
strong
know
in the
about
90s, though.
Yeah.
And then from there, the ones them who are not in the culture, like the A&Rs, the so-called whoever behind the music,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
telling you this is how it goes and all of that. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's kind
Straight
of
up goods.
That's what screwed up a lot
That's
of the
what
music business.
screwed up the business a lot. And then after from there, right? Correct me
Yeah.
if I'm wrong now, right? Before the clouting started, the
Yeah.
evolution of the clouting, I use C4 for a good example. Yo, you gotta get in trouble with the law. You gotta make something on your name and stuff like that. What do you mean? I'm not in trouble. No, you're going to have to
Make a character.
You gotta make a character of yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's when that clout shit started. Evolution started with trap and all of that, the mumble and everything like that. Because why I'm saying that? Because when that all started, hip hop police already was there, and they said, "Oh, yo, we got even some more better shit
Yo,
than
drill music?
before,"
I done-
because they're ratting on each other
Yeah,
now.
that drill
You know what I
music-
mean?
I talked about it sometimes. That's the best form of hip hop the police love.
oh yeah,
They're just telling on themselves all through the art form of the music.
yeah.
Right?
That drill music is basically subliminals are set in every line.
Yeah,
And you're
subliminals
basically,
against each
here
other.
I am, officer, come and arrest me.
Yeah.
Yo, man, all I gotta say is, where did we go from no snitching to snitching
Because it, like you said, it's about clout.
in the music?
It's about clout, right?
Okay.
So I gotta do something to be relevant. So you snitch, but I didn't snitch. What do you mean you didn't snitch?
But listen, we
You said
gotta
it, but you did say it. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
we gotta clarify snitch, because the definition people use it. There's informant, there's snitch, and there's a rat.
Oh
And the
boy.
difference with the snitch I'm hearing
You
has
dry
to do
snitching.
with
You dry
the
snitching.
snitching has to do with more gangster business.
You dry snitching.
You get that's what I'm hearing, that the snitching is really
We're gonna-
associated with the gangster shit.
We're gonna leave that
Right?
for
Correct me if I'm wrong. The
another
snitching-
pod.
the
We're gonna leave that
snitching
for another
It's
pod.
supposed to be connected with like people who are doing illegal stuff.
Another.
Informant now is somebody who maybe doesn't even have to be
An
have-
informer basically works
in-
for the boy then.
Yeah, doesn't have to have anything illegal on them, like for the police to.
Yeah.
They're just informing to maybe get over you. Like, I'm another gangster,
Yeah.
and I want that gangster out, so I'm gonna tell the police what that gangster
To
is doing.
eliminate your
Yeah.
competition.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
and then there's the rat. The rat does all type of dirty shit. Like, they'll sell out their mother and stuff like that, and like they'll set up people
Yes.
to so they won't get caught. And sometimes the police can't get the rat.
This is one.
There's two different type of rats.
Rat trap.
The rat is so good that not even the police could get him.
So we're not going to stick on this. We're going to save that for another pod. We're going to stick on the major topics of hand. Because to me right now, that's one hot, spicy topic. Some meatballs in that one.
Well.
And oh diddy. Yeah, so I want to go. If we're going to have that conversation, yeah, at least I want to.
Oh wait, let me ask you,
prepare.
because we are in the podcast world, and I want to ask you, because I've been covering this for a while, and this is what's changing a big landscape of how people do media now. You heard about that no jumper indictment thing? What a whole bunch of Crips, rolling 60 Crips from LA, they got locked up from the FBI RICO case.
Yeah.
The first major RICO case against the Crips. And the no jumper thing, you know, Adam 22, right?
Yeah.
I was saying that he amplified, like, you can't stop the guys from what they're saying, but I was saying that he's the one who brought the attention to all these guys who come on his show, talk the shit, and get these police to look into.
Hold on, wait.
I think there's a cleansing happening in the U.S. because didn't you tell me that Mr. Their president went after the cartels as well?
Yeah, Trump. Yeah, he went after
deporting
cartels and
everybody.
deported a whole bunch.
So no, why I bring that up is look, besides them, right? Okay, let's start with the organized crimes, and then after that, let's start with the gangs afterwards. You get what I'm saying? Like he's trying to be more patriotic.
So it's not a good time to be a gang.
You know what I'm
or
saying?
Anybody who's doing something.
Especially if he's being gun ho and
he's
being
coming to
patriotic.
collect the tariffs even from the gangs too. He's collecting so much tariffs even the gangs are feeling it, yo. Because remember, this guy Big U, they locked up. He was running the Crips for like 15. They're saying 15 years. He was running like a mafia style organization. Oh, he's involved in him.
You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
That's the first and foremost. That's what I just want to say out loud on behalf of my team.
Well, the bottom line is because you brought up that and you brought up that, right? To me, I think there's a cleansing happening.
Yeah, something's going on.
Yeah, because if you're going after the cartel and then after you're going after the gang, then what does that sound like to you?
Yeah, that does sound like
because I'm not saying they weren't doing it before, but it seemed like he's going more hardcore since he's because there've been past presidents, they didn't went hardcore like that.
You're right. If you lock up a lot of the cartel, a big percentage of cartel members, it's gonna dig up the other.
Yeah, but another ripple effect is this though, Sean. Let me ask you this. All right, let's say New World Order and they say fuck this shit. Everybody, that's it. Everybody organized crime and all that. So what big crimes are gonna happen in America now? Little crimes are gonna be big crimes now. Think about it. What I'm saying, if it's all eliminated, it's all gone, right? What now?
Okay.
What the police force gonna do?
It's just like him trying to. It's like him trying to bring back segregation. Also, he's trying to bring back segregation where
there's always gonna be a ripple effect. There's always gonna be a ripple effect.
Are you asking about answering your question because of the ripple effect?
Yeah, bro. Okay. He's trying to be like that Back to the Future president, taking over. You know what I mean?
And again, we gave y'all the exclusive while the whole Trump incident was going down. And what did I say? Trump was going to win.
Yeah, I knew you were going to win. I was saying that a long time.
I don't know.
Yeah, we said that during the thing. I said that he's going to win.
So
and then he came up for
this
4
pod
years.
right now should be for the win. That's all it is. We've been winning. D2E's been winning. We've been dropping facts on folks.
You want me to get into that? Yo, check this out. Look who he was against.
Stop this.
All right. Well, like
Miss Lock 'em all up. Mrs. Lock 'em all up.
He has a point because first of all, as a black woman, as a Jamaican black woman, you never represent your country, meaning Jamaica, where you come from. You do not acknowledge your culture, and you expect to have the respect of the black people when there's about a good population of Jamaicans living in America.
Yeah,
so you're not going to get their vote. Then you've locked up over 200 or more innocent black men. So, how did you think you were gonna win the race because you were black?
And there's one more.
Nah,
There's,
girl,
there's,
you need to go back to school.
Yeah,
You
but
need to go back to
She was
school.
shamed.
yeah, but there's one more factor what people
Let's not
oversee
be sure.
oversee too. All right? This is
True
America, right?
This is America.
This is America, right?
This is
America.
America.
Okay, so
Shout out to Gambino.
here's the question here. I'm gonna ask you all, which is a fact. Was there ever a white woman as the president yet?
No.
Okay, so if that didn't happen yet, right?
They would not make
What
it
the
happen.
hell do you expect that going to happen with her up in there? You crazy? This is America here, yo. First, that has to happen first
Yeah.
before that ever will happen.
Yeah.
I don't want to act like I'm an Oprah fan.
I'm being
But
honest.
Oprah, if she was smart, she would have ran for president and won a long time ago.
Maybe.
No, fact though. Just because of.
I would not. I would.
Hold on. Didn't the celebrity, aka Donald Trump, win the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't he a current president right now?
Yeah.
Then nobody can really rebuttal where I'm going with my dick.
I will.
Nobody can rebuttal it. 'Cause
I-
here's a joke. I look at it like this.
I'm not an Oprah fan.
If I was a president prior and I helped the middle class evolve to say they got raises, then I'm cool. If the opposition that I'm going up against, this would be Kamala Harris, whose whole platform is built off of Donald Trump's platform.
Well, I concur.
Remember when Mr. fucking Trump was driving in the cart and they caught him, the news people brought the camera over and they're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how do you feel about a Kamala Harris? We heard you were like friends with her and shit. And he was like, yeah, she's a dummy. She's running on my old policy. She's running on my old policy. So like, who am I to diss her when it comes to the debates and all that other
listen
shit?
here, man.
That's
Listen
like,
here.
come on.
Listen here, man. Listen here. She never did the formula what he did. And the formula what he did, he took over television.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry to say it is what it is.
All right, I agree with you there too.
You know what I mean? And so
I team agree with that.
it is what it is.
Yeah, I team agree with
You know what I mean? If you do a certain thing and he has the popularity.
Michael B. Jordan for president.
He has the popularity vote. You know what I mean? Like, you want me to go deep in this?
Siobhan Moore for president.
How do you think Ronald Reagan won? Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Yeah.
He was already
The
known.
media.
He was already known. You get what I'm saying?
Well, there
This
is a
is
Secret
America.
Service too, you
This
know.
is America here, eh? This is America. Remember this. I always bring it up. 98 speech on that not speech out, that interview. It was in black and white. The man was talking and Trump was talking and he was a Democrat during that time and he said, I have to be a Republican before I become president, and the American people believe anything on TV. And from there, what did I see recently on WWE? Him beating up on McMahon and all of that. He
Oh,
was
the
getting-
good old
no,
days
wait,
of
wait,
wrestling
he
with
was-
real
he was
storylines.
featured in a lot
Yeah.
of television shows.
He was on
Home Alone. Home Alone
He
2.
was a lot of television shows before he even started his own show.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So he did the formula. You get what I mean? He made sure he's well known so he could win that popularity vote. You get what I'm saying?
Team agree.
Regardless.
Team agree. Team agree.
Because when it comes to politics, they're going to be like, oh, that guy's name? Okay, who's the other person? I don't know nothing about them. You know, I'm going to vote for that person, but I don't know that person.
'Cause I don't remember that.
I don't even remember what they do.
You
Shout
know,
out
like,
to
get what I'm
like I said
saying?
earlier, Camilla,
I'm just being
Pamela,
real.
whatever her name is.
Come on.
Camilla,
They had no chance against
Kumula.
Trump.
Look,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
one more thing I'm gonna say
None,
about
yeah.
it. One more thing I'm gonna say
Yeah,
about
facts.
it. Before this, you said the first preliminaries with him, right?
Yeah.
When he was about to go against Mr. Bernie, right? He said, "Yo, it's better to support Miss Clinton. You know why? Because it's easier to win. Not true? It's easier to win. So support her. Make sure she win, so he could be against her. Not true? Right? So now this is like deja vu again. So now I make this win easy again because I'm against this woman and she's black and the other one never made it. You see, if she made it, It might sound fucked
Yeah.
up. You see, if she made presidency, this one had a chance.
Yes, true.
I'm telling you that.
It's true.
You see how the world moves, kids? This is how the world moves. We not giving no bullshit. We are giving reality.
I'm just being a realist here, you know, because if America seen that a white woman made it to presidency,
Yeah.
holy, that means there's a chance for another woman to do it.
Yep.
And then different ethnicities.
You mean if a black, you mean if America, you mean if you saw a black woman make up there, they'd say anybody could make it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep. You have a point.
You say anybody.
Because you know why?
They did with Obama.
Yo,
No,
give this
all
man a
right,
gunshot.
I was about to
Give him a gunshot.
I was about to get to this.
Give
now.
him
I was
a
about
gunshot.
to get, I was
Real
about to
talk.
get to Obama.
Bam,
Now,
bam, bam, bam.
that's expected. You know why? Now let me ask you this question here. Besides, okay, Obama.
February
The bottom
28th
line
is
is, besides a white man, right? You know that for a fact, America was built on black, right?
Fact though.
So, who do you think would have been a president besides a white man? Huh? No, I just want to know. I'd love to know this.
Mathematically, I don't want to look foolish, so I'm staying out of this conversation.
I don't know. The bottom line is the fact that the day would come, a black man would become president.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because a white man all the time been the president.
Yeah.
Right?
So, if you really go back in history, there was already a black president before.
Yeah, long
Obama.
time.
Short period of time.
Wasn't recognized though
No,
because
that's
it was
what
a
I'm about to
mulatto
say.
color. Like,
Yes, because he was mulatto.
Racism.
But he was not recognized for being black.
The whole government
he
structure is
looked
built
more white.
off of blacks.
Yeah.
And do you guys remember who it is?
no.
Listen, we can't trust nothing. None of those photos can even be trusted, man. Like, goddamn, yo. Like, if we gotta sit here and deal with going forward, I'm sorry. I need an interview with the director of the CIS and
I would
the
have to
Secret
go
Service.
back and look
It's
at the name.
like goddamn, I need some
Yeah,
answers.
he was mulatto, so that's why he was never recognized as being the first black. But it just goes to show, like you're saying, obviously one of these days we have to make him. And during the time that Obama came president, there's a lot of stigma against us black folks back then. So they had to do it. They never want to do it. They have to do it to smooth things over.
Look,
let's put somebody like them in power. Once they see somebody that looks like them, maybe they'll start smartening up.
So they can call us nigger to our face. Because there was so much long. The joke with them was, oh yeah, there'll never be a black president. That was the joke with them for the longest time.
They wanted that.
I think the name was.
That's the agenda
they
after
say
Bush.
that John Hanson was the first black president of the United States.
Yes.
John Hanson.
John Hanson. That is correct.
And that's before they changed it to the before the Constitution was actually written.
And yes.
Yes, before the Constitution was written. That's why he's not considered the first.
Yes.
I know. I did my history.
Yes.
Like a weed. I'm not a little way.
Stop it. Yes. And that's why he was not recognized, because he was mulatto and he still was part before the Constitution, because after the Constitution was passed, they stated from you have a quarter black inside of you, you're considered black.
Well, I got a little thing here. John Hanson, who was black, was a former slave from Maryland who brought his freedom and moved it to Liberia in 1827. Liberia, then a West African colony, and being founded by freed American slaves a few years earlier. Throughout the early mid 1800 organizations like African Colonization Society encouraged formerly enslaved Americans to relocate there. Hanson went to become a senator in Liberia.
and Libya,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Working
right
with
now,
with American
I think with
colonization
in certain
society.
countries in Africa right now, what they're doing in America, the African countries now are
Yeah.
doing exactly to the Americans what they're doing to us. But so if
Yeah.
you're American and you're you're getting, please leave our country. Same way Trump wants them to leave America, please get out of our country too.
Yep.
We don't want you here no more.
So back to Mr. Trayor. That's a good segue.
Wait, back
Favorite
to the Captain Africa.
Captain Op, yes, Captain Africa. Like the reason why he popped up on my radar almost 2 years, almost officially 2 years to it, is because you do your search for information, and then somebody that you don't follow, someone, you know what I mean, like someone that's not in your radar gives you a gem of information.
Mm-hmm.
There's this little tribe, right, back on the homeland that was like, yo, we're not converting to Wagwan. We're not call it Egypt. It has its name. And those certain brother people motivated the mans them who slept with the woman who gave birth to like one of the badass fucking warriors. What's his name from Africa there? Tubuku or whatever. But that guy is the guy who inspired this Traore guy. See? Because this dude, when I started my research on him, this guy was running around telling everybody his plan. And, you know, there's going to be people who are skeptics, obviously. But he told them the plan anyway. He told the people who would have believed them or not believed them. And he told them. And then when shit hit the fan and the plan had to be organically brought to fruition. Because he told everybody the plan. You just have to show what you know, you just got to keep your word now, right? And go on and do your thing, right? Because if you're a rat, you're going to rat. And if you're loyal to the cause, you're going to stand loyal to the cause. Now, if I tell you my plan, and I know I told you my plan, and you're known to your city as a rat, it took him 4 years to get it going, and we only catching on to it only now. We're only catching on to it now. Like, the people who are reporting about this guy right now, kudos to them. Keep it up. Be careful, though, because you know you're on a watch list. Because, yeah, Traore, or Treo, I can't pronounce his name. I hate disrespecting people by not saying their name correctly. So Captain Op. Any supporters of Captain Op out there, just be careful. Because if you're going to report the truth, you know who's not going to like you.
Yup.
That's all I'm saying.
And down to earth.
2 years ago, I was already on this guy. So like when you all catch up to where I am in information, you know what I mean? I'm not asking for no bread. I ain't asking for no kudos. Just D2E.
Yeah, people.
Don't know, man.
Remember
This
to
has been an
subscribe,
awesome episode.
support.
Still straight up goods, man.
Look out for next season.
You don't know.
Yeah.
It's
people.
coming in hot.
Well, yeah, man. Speaking of that, Sean, we ending we ending the season soon, right?
Yeah.
This is what?
Season 9.
Yes.
What?
Season 9. We
Season
still
9.
alive.
What's that?
This is
You mean
season
not
9.
the season, the episode? What
Episode? Fuck.
No.
man.
We ending season 9, right?
Yeah,
So
we ended
in
season
summertime.
9.
Ending season 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Do a good
Season
big
10.
long recap of season 9. That'd be
Season
dope.
10. Yeah, man. We representing again. You know what I mean?
Representing again for season 10.
Yeah, man.
Subscribe.
You
Oh,
don't know.
shit.
Comment.
But yeah, man,
Down
please
to
subscribe.
NetWork.
Yeah, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. You know what I mean? Straight up goods. Please subscribe to all the channels here. EQTV, Down to Earth Podcast.